These parched lands of Zimbabwe were once known as the breadbasket of southern Africa. But with just 1 year of normal rains in half a decade, there is drought. Crops are dying, animals too. And millions of people need food aid to survive.
It's essentially a national catastrophe. Half the population, almost 8 million people, on the brink of starvation. The causes are essentially a combination of climate change, particularly drought, and economic collapse. The economy is in free fall.
The government recently reissued Zimbabwe dollars for the first time in a decade, but put restrictions on how much people can withdraw from banks. That doesn't help when prices of food and other commodities have soared to record highs, making people's income nearly worthless. The rate of inflation is estimated to have reached almost 500%, the second highest in the world after Venezuela. The drought and poor maintenance has affected power generation and led to lengthy blackouts. And there's a shortage of water and medicines.
Families are having to make tough choices. In cases of children, for instance, they have to make a choice about whether the children stay back at home and do chores and find other means of livelihoods or go to school. In the urban areas, families have got to decide on what kind of meal they will have for the day, because families in urban areas and rural areas, for most instances, sometimes can only afford one meal a day.
The UN says Zimbabweans are on the brink of man-made starvation. An economic crisis feeding into a climate crisis, putting millions at risk. Priyanka, Gupta, Al Jazeera.